3, 2, 1. Mark.
What's up, buddy? Today we're looking at Midwest Angelica Interlude, where we're gonna see how the Babylon project works, and we might even have found a way to make humans immortal. Be sure to watch it for yourselves, of course, as always. Links in the description to the Midwest Angelica channel and the playlist that I'll be watching in this video. So be sure to watch it for yourself first before watching this. And without further ado, my name is Waves, and let's get right into this. Easter. We're back. The description was a weird thing that translates to knowledge, so yeah, Xenobiology Research Group. Emergent Starkill Research. The process of communication between unique instances of Starkill, including the instance known as AZ-001, is yet to be fully researched. New findings indicate that communication between unique instances occurs on an information plane parallel to local reality. What? Why you gotta do this to me already? Okay, I don't know what this is, and I have no clue what this is. Alright. Audio report from Dr. Stanley Vega of the Xenobiology Research Group in regards to findings.
While we previously had a rough understanding of how the Starkill infection assimilates foreign biomatter, and that its methodology for doing so seemingly depends on what intentions it has, we, until recently, failed to understand how different pieces of the alpha chunk seemingly all become aware of new information, even if its pieces are long distances apart from each other. Recent experimentation revealed that certain alpha chunk samples emanate a unique energy signature not previously encountered in prior studies. We've discovered that this energy signature becomes more detectable in parts of the alpha chunk where large concentrations of what we fittingly called Podolsky neurons are present. Because of their presence in AZ-001, we are of the belief that these Podolsky neurons are part of the entity's central nervous system. Specifically, they are responsible for transmitting information signals to different parts of the entity's body. Okay. The observation that different pieces of the alpha chunk all become aware of the same information simultaneously, despite their masses not being physically connected, leads us to believe that Podolsky neuron signals operate on a principle similar to quantum entanglement.
I don't even know what that means. But it sounds to me like that there's some sort of like hive mind-esque thing. That was the same thing. I'm not going back for that. You're not going to catch me. This long-range network of Podolsky neurons has been dubbed the Akashic Plane. I hope I pronounced that first word right. Akashic. Access to the not. We already just throwing in all these frame-by-frame stuff. Access to the knowledge within the Akashic Plane may be the classified weird logo. And we continue. Stanley Vega, the 7th of June 1958, Chicago, Illinois, blah, 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 present day, present time is the baseline phrase, okay. I'm forgetting the home ID, but the rest I can remember. A little bit. Podolsky samples are inserted into the spinal cord via incision in the neck. That would suck. 3 samples are administered and results are recorded via EEG. Like an electronic machine thingy. This is a pretty close-up point of view. Why does it sound like they just put him in like a toilet cubicle or something? Or like in a barrel. It sounds sort of like echoey. But it sounds echoey but small. Okay. I'm not a doctor or whatever scientist, so I don't know if these are normal readings, but I'm guessing they're normal. Participants asked to report thought processes and to re-enter personal info. Something about to go wrong. Alright, let me see. Name. Same. Date of birth. 12 years earlier. The city is the same. Home ID is the same. Baseline phrase is the same. Okay. So the date, the 7th of June, still stands, but 1958 got turned to 1946. That's weird. That is weird. Maybe since he entered like the Podolsky neurons, he got entered into like the AZ-001 hive mind maybe? And now he's getting too much information. Man, you don't look so good, man. Sounds like he can't breathe anymore. Okay, now that is not normal. I know that for sure. information, date of birth, name. Wait, name. That's okay. Alright, he's a whole different person now. He's a whole different person now. Everything changed. Participant expresses intimate knowledge of a man named John Carlyle. Okay, so he's like, is he turning into another person, maybe? Test 3. This does not look normal. What is going on? Is someone's gonna like, is there gonna be like a tentacle thing coming out of his throat? That would be disgusting. There's not that much light on it. I can't see it well. For now, it looks like nothing's coming out of his body. Oh, you good? Okay. Did he say something there though? Wait, hold up. Okay, it could be something like saying Easter, which is the title of the video. Okay, those are... Oh, so I went from a lot of brainwaves to almost none. Okay, information. Name, Easter, date of birth, Easter, city, Easter, home ID, Easter, baseline phrase, Easter. What's so important with Easter? Participants vocabulary. I'm about to say vocabulary. My vocabulary is limited to the word Easter. That's okay. That Akashic interface pro prototype. Extracts data from Akashic plane. Requires a Podolsky cluster for data quality. There's a lot of like science to this that I probably don't understand, but I'm trying my best to. There are some neurons that he put into his neck, which made him turn into a different person. It was Stanley Vega. Turned into John Carlyle. Turned into Easter. I gotta keep that in mind because they put a real emphasis on Easter in this video. The title is Easter. The patient, Stanley Vega, he said, I swear I heard him say Easter at the last segment. And then the last personal information that we got was name Easter, date of birth Easter, home Easter. What is it with Easter, man? Babylon. Next video, Babylon. Description translated to betrays. It was a base 64 coding thing. So, I'm pausing already. The description, I think it's making a sentence, maybe. Because the first one was knowledge, and now it's betrays. So maybe knowledge betrays something? Who knows? Let's see. The Babylon Project. Home HQ East Hall. Home Delta. Okay. Again! I feel like I didn't see anything there, but it just looks like some blueprints or something. These are probably the blueprints to the HQ. I don't know how that would help us, though.
Today marks the 12-year anniversary of the Babylon Project and the founding of Home Delta.
Okay.
The date is March 13th, 1999. As director of the Babylon Project, reporting to the General Commanding Director of Home Delta, I, Dr. Robert Spencer, am obliged to construct this full report detailing the Babylon Project's progress as of March of 1999. Since the Annunciation event on January 28th and the subsequent elimination of Dr. Evans, the contamination of Home HQ has continued to progress at an exponential rate. We estimate that around 75% of home staff have been infected and continue operation as phantoms. Further, through routine checks of Home HQ, we have determined that the star kill biomass has reached the temple classification. We believe that Wraith classification entities may be birthed by the temple in as soon as 12 days.
Okay, I gotta look this over. I'm hearing Wraith classification, temple classifications. I thought the classifications were gonna be some kind of like FBI thing or whatever, but it's not. The closest thing I can make up for myself is that the temple means it's like a big thing that is holy or whatever, and then creating Wraith classifications is maybe like creating ghosts or spirits, but let's continue.
Would be to gather the final samples for research and begin Operation Homebound promptly. The Deathbringer squads are prepared for immediate action.
Operation Homebound. We're preparing more blueprints. Okay. Dr. Robert Spencer and Dr. Gamma Churchill meeting. 13th of March 1999, Babel site.
Dr. Churchill, we're preparing for the final descent into Home HQ now. Mission will commence in 48 hours.
Good.
Okay.
Spencer, I have a request.
What is it, sir?
Dr. Stanley Vega of the Xenobiology Group has been researching the Akashic Plane. I need you to retrieve him and his work, but under no circumstances should you allow him to learn the true nature of Home Delta.
Understood. What should be done if he's already infected?
He won't be. He works in the BSL-4 lab. We've determined that sector to be clean, and it's projected to be clean for at least 10 more days. If he's visibly infected, eliminate him. Otherwise, we will conduct a SIN test to determine if he has phantom blood. Retrieve his lab assistant too, Dr. Solomon Ezra. Same rules apply.
If you don't mind me asking, sir, what are you planning with him?
My plans of Vega have nothing to do with your job. This is for your own good, Spencer.
Okay.
The most I can tell you is that it involves research into the Akashic Plane. Speaking of which, have you retrieved the new info on Lucas Michaels?
Yes, I have. It's in the data room. I think you'll be interested in our findings. We're not sure what to make of it yet.
Good. I'm looking forward to it. When you return, we'll run the SIN test at Nazareth site and continue operations as planned. We're on schedule.
Understood. And for Operation Homebound?
It will commence April 4th.
April 4th, okay. Homebound sounds like a big operation. More blueprints. Delta Squad infiltrated Home HQ. Operative Director Robert Spencer. Alright. So unless Stanley Vega is visibly infected, we've taken him.
To the temple for final sample collection. Charlie team, follow me to BSL lab for hostage retrieval.
Temple entrance. Okay. Oh, so it's like... Yeah, I will say it's like fully covered in the... I don't even know what to call this. The goo? The flesh? BSL lab.
Dr. Vega, we've identified a potential risk in the BSL labs, required to be taken to the quarantine zone for a mandatory screening for infection.
Okay.
I understand that it's protocol, but this is the highest safety level lab at home, and there shouldn't be any risk of cross-contamination in the last 2 months.
Regardless, we still have to take you to quarantine. Where's your lab partner, Dr. Ezra?
He was transferred back to the main facility.
That's okay. We'll pick him up along the way. Bring your research materials and maybe place in quarantine for a few weeks.
Alright. So I guess he's not at least infected. SIN tests performed at Nazareth site. All these first patient, Dr. Stanley Vega. All these like religious names or whatever.
Okay, Dr. Vega, I'm assuming you're familiar with the process of a SIN
Those
test,
are some
correct?
beautiful green eyes.
Correct.
Okay, great. So I'm going to ask you a series of questions and you are to answer truthfully. Once the test is complete, we'll know if you are infected or not. That being said, here's the first question. It's Christmas morning and you're with your family. Your wife hands you a wrapped gift. What do you do next?
Well, of course, I'd thank my wife and open the present.
Oh.
Carefully unraveling
I'm
the
a bad
ribbons,
person,
and
I
then
need to thank
I'd
my
probably give her a hug.
Next question. It's early in the morning and you see a UFO in the sky, illuminated by the light of dawn. What are you thinking?
I'd probably be a bit confused, but I'd probably think of it rationally. Could it potentially be a balloon, a plane, a helicopter? A UFO implies that it's merely unidentified. It could be entirely prosaic.
Okay, last question. You have decided to participate in a charity event for your local church.
Good.
Why did you make this decision?
Well, I was born and raised Catholic, and I think if I had the opportunity to give to those less fortunate, I would.
Thank you, Dr. Vega. Your results came clean. Please exit to the door on your right and remain seated in the waiting room
These are
until
some
you are
weird
called.
questions to ask.
Thank you again for your
confirming
cooperation.
infection. Maybe if you're like consumed by the hive mind. Second patient, Dr. Solomon Ezra.
Dr. Ezra, are you familiar with the SIN test?
Yes, I am.
All right. As you know, I'm going to be asking you a series of questions. Answer them truthfully. At the end, we will be able to determine if you are infected or not. Let's begin. First question. You work at a competitive company. The promotion comes down to either you or your coworker. What do you do?
I'm working as hard as I
I
can.
would work hard and try to beat him.
Yep.
I would think, why should he be the one to get a promotion? I, of course, would be the one doing the work. He was just lucky.
Down.
Next question. It's a Saturday night and you decide to cook dinner for the whole family.
Yeah.
What made you make this decision?
If I were to do that, it would be because I was hungry.
Okay. Next. You see a man and woman embracing each other in a field. There are white clouds dotted against a blue sky.
What are you thinking at this moment?
I don't know. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't know.
Why would I be in the field? But what purpose does it serve? What is the purpose of the sky?
Okay,
Do you
he's
go to
affected.
church, Dr. Ezra?
Is this part of the test?
Answer the question, Ezra.
I do.
What do you ask him?
Dr. Ezra?
What does it serve? What is the purpose of the sky?
Do you go to church, Dr. Ezra?
Church.
Is this part of the test?
Answer the question, Ezra.
I do.
Okay, let me ask you another question. Do you believe in God?
I do. I said I go to church.
Very well.
Okay.
Let's say you're poor and don't have any food. You've received bread from a stranger, but it's only enough for one person and your son is on the brink of complete starvation. What do you do next?
Give it to my son.
I would eat the bread, of course. I would be hungry. Any sane person would do the same.
Would you say your knowledge of the world is greater than anybody you've met?
Or just share it.
Yes, I would say that applies to me. Actually, I know it does.
And what about your concept of infinity? Can you see it clearly?
Yes, I can.
Code 66, calling the minister's asphyxiation agent.
Code 66. Error. Task cannot be completed.
Oh!
Error.
I think Ezra is infected. Medical report. Dr. Robert Spencer. Alright, yeah, infected in his, like, hip. Patient in critical condition. Enact preservation protocol immediately. NXT-750 cryo pod something.
Spencer, I know you can hear me, but I'm afraid you won't be able to respond now. This wasn't according to the scenario, and I shouldn't have let Ezra into the Nazareth site. Fortunately, Ezra has been eliminated, and the Nazareth site is under strict lockdown. Unfortunately, because you were infected, the best we can do is slow the infection as much as possible. Which means we had to put you into cryo-sleep. Your knowledge is too valuable. Listen, Spencer.
Okay.
I'm researching something important with the Starkill. A way to perhaps reverse the infection using Starkill samples.
That's good.
It could even grant immortality. It will be done by April 4th, and on that day, humanity will prevail and defeat the Starkill threat.
Operation Homebound.
Project Babylon will be complete, and we will then be able to initiate Operation Homebound. In my effort to understand the cosmos, I made a grave mistake, and I'm only now seeing the weight of my sins unfold before my eyes. God, please forgive me.
Ooh. Okay, so that video gave me two different things to search up. I'll say everything that I talk about here is purely what I am able to search up. I don't own a Bible. I haven't read it. I'm not a religious person. But from what sites on Google and Google itself says, Nazareth site we heard. Well, Nazareth is a significant city in Christianity because it is where Jesus spent his childhood, and it is where the angel Gabriel announced the birth of Jesus to the Virgin Mary. So it's an important place. That's why it's probably called that. The video was called Babylon, and the Babylon Christianity meaning, from what I can search up, the symbolic meaning is rule the evil, judgment, opposition to God. Doesn't sound that good out to me. And they probably found something out to make the infection go away, but that also could make us humans immortal, and that's all going down April 4th on Homebound. I hope we get to see that in the interlude, but I'm not sure because we're in March right now. Oh, we're playing close. Let's get to the next video. Colosseum. Archive, 23rd of no, that's May. And the description translates to man's. So knowledge betrays man's something, probably. What are we looking at? Michaels. What am I looking at here? Churchill. A reconstruction of a brain image obtained while you were sleeping. Does it look familiar to you? I occasionally see things like that when I dream, yes. And you said this started on April 5th, 1985, correct? Yes, the day we found AZ001, the anomaly orbiting Jupiter. About that, do you believe it has any correlation to the dreams? I'm really not sure. The rational answer is no, it does not. There's something about it disturbs me, almost like it's speaking to me. And sometimes I feel like I'm somebody else entirely. Elaborate. I can't really describe it concretely. It's like I've been here before, but a really long time ago, before the beginning of the universe. I can almost see my life from back then, but it's not me at all. Dr. Spencer has worked in occult research in the United States intelligence community for nearly a decade. My background is in psychoactive drugs and psychological research. We are highly involved in this field of research, and we take reports like this very seriously. So you two know what's going on then? We don't have quite enough data to give you a clear answer just yet. We need more reconstruction scans to form a better understanding of your situation first. This could be entirely prosaic still. In the meantime, we are appointing you as a head of a new organization to study this anomaly. This organization will operate in coordination with NASA and will be funded by the United States government. Your team will be assigned in the coming weeks with operations starting by the end of the year. We look forward to working with you. What did he say? Likewise, Dr. Churchill. Holy. Okay, so Michaels is something. Home begins operations by March of 1987 and is led by Dr. Lucas Michaels. Home Delta begins operations on March 13th, 1987 and is led by Dr. Robert Spencer and Dr. Gamma Churchill. Dr. Lucas Michaels is never made aware of the existence of Home Delta. Okay. Archive 002, the 7th of February, 1999. Project Babylon Evolutionary Phase Overview. Dr. Gamma Churchill, Home Delta Research Division.
AZ-001, or the Starkill, whatever you wish to call it, is a collective hive mind. It's
one
hive mind,
yes.
Organism. It's all connected, and it speaks to itself telepathically. What might have appeared as the rotting organs of a once forgotten deity has now shown its true colors in the form of a highly advanced singular organism comparable to a supercomputer. Through this network we're calling the Akashic Plane, which we've derived from the anthroposophic theory of the Akashic Records, AZ-001, the evolved God, can contain and process memories of everything that it has ever assimilated. As such, its intelligence and wisdom is beyond comprehension. It is an evolved life form, to put it simply. Humanity in its current state has no way of even entertaining the possibility of a fair fight. AZ-001 is simply better than us on all fronts.
Damn.
That's why we began Project Babylon here at Home Delta. And that's why we're prepared to level the playing field by bringing humanity to its next stage of evolution, using the Starkill's own biological framework.
Damn.
Evolution has been the mission of Project Babylon since the very beginning. But now, thanks to the results of the Home experiment, we've gathered enough data to begin the first tangible steps of this artificial evolution of humanity.
Okay, well, okay, so they're creating Babylon. Yeah, Babylon was the title of the last video, and I searched it up, and it was like opposition of God or like worldly evil. So we're the ones that are evil? What? We're gonna evolve humanity through those. It's like cells from the deity. Deathbringer training overview. What is that? Coliseum site. Live streaming against revived Starkill samples. Coliseum site, Columbia, Missouri. Oh, so they're fighting. They're fighting against samples again? I'd like test to see what happens when you release a sample. I don't think normal guns will work. I don't think it's dead yet. Okay, yep, that person's dead. Alright, like I burned his site. Nuke it, whatever. Soldier 338 terminated. Yep. More blueprint. We keep seeing blueprints of something. Maybe if you take all the blueprints and combine them in a sort of way, you can get a whole, like, thing. Okay, Starkill stem cell research. Starkill stem cells are properly introduced into host organisms. Into a host organism can actually fortify the host cell's natural resistances as well as promote rapid cell regeneration upon cell death. That's what makes it immortal. These augmented host cells could hypothetically increase human endurance to physical damage, aging, and disease, as well as provide immunity to subsequent Starkill infections. This thing could read... Okay, so... From what I understand of, like, disease and aging and whatever in the human body, cells just die off and the function... Like, cells die in your body, I feel like every microsecond, millisecond, whatever. But or able to regenerate it, I think. I don't know that much about biology and the human body, so I might be wrong, but this is just what I think and remember. But then when you get older, your body starts to slow down with regenerating those cells, and then the cells die out more and more and more, and then you just end up dead. And this can keep regenerating those cells at a faster pace than dying, so pretty much making you like unkillable. Not unkillable, but immortal. Most of the subjects were killed in the process of Starkill's cell integration. Aha. Organs liquefied. Cellular breakdown. Skin melted. Recent tests have resulted in survivors. Aided with cybernetic life support. Result acceptable. I don't know if that's acceptable. That's just a spine. Okay, acceptable. Has 287 though, damn. These biomechanical soldiers form the backbone of Home Delta's military. This is one of those incoming technician Churchill.
Spencer, it's me. I've given up my rank as Admiral of Home Delta. That title is going to you in preparation of Operation Homebound. You will have control over the Tower of Babel, and you'll be able to control the Deathbringer squads entirely with your mind.
Damn.
The pieces have been in place since the beginning. It's unfortunate that you ended up in this state, but this is the only way. Once I finalize Project Babylon, it's all up to you. This battle is yours to decide.
The 28th of March, 1999. We're getting close to Homebound. Protocol 17B enacted on something. Akashic Plane research at Home HQ contained and secured. Spencer Vega? Was it right? Everything's deleted. That's gone. Research on information retrieval from Akashic Plane is still ongoing at Home Delta. Akashic Interface Probe. Podolsky Neuron Cluster. Extraction, okay. A completed device is expected soon. We can extract something from the creatures. Advancements have been made thanks to the tests conducted on the 13th of March 1999. They're able to make soldiers that make use of the stem cells, even though they look like they're on like pretty much life support, or they're like half cyborg or whatever. And from what I interpret, it feels like they're gonna somehow Spencer is gonna get control of all the soldiers and like his own hive mind thing, and then he's able to decide the battle. They said, damn. Let's get into the next one. Exodus. Description translates to ego, so knowledge betrays man's ego. Babylon Project Log, the 4th of April.
My name is Dr. Gamma Churchill.
Homebound, right?
The date is April 4th, 1999.
Ain't this Homebound?
Today,
Easter.
the Babylon Project will be completed.
Oh my god! I had to pause real quick because I just said Easter Sunday, the 4th of April. Of course, that makes sense. Cause yeah, either Easter or the 4th of April, one of those two, is like the day or the celebration of Jesus resurrecting from the dead. And I'm looking at some websites now, and Wikipedia and Google and whatever. And the meaning of Easter in terms of Christianity is victory over death, proof of Jesus' divinity, hope and eternal life. Those two, definitely the victory over death and hope and eternal life. Because we know the stem cells, if that like gets integrated in your body, you basically become immortal. I just had to pause real quick because I just had mind exploding.
Cell insertion into Dr. Spencer will occur at sundown, making him potentially the most powerful human being in history.
Damn.
Following this event, the Tower of Babel will activate, linking the Deathbringer's minds into the local Akashic network. Spencer will then have telepathic control over the highly trained and near-immortal Deathbringer militia.
That's crazy.
Finally, Operation Homebound will commence at midnight, bringing a bitter end to the Starkill's assault on humanity. I have absolute faith in humanity's victory.
Okay, wait. That didn't look like normal blueprints. Okay, that looked like a little more. It looked like it had like some like text or whatever. Ignition start. I feel like that all the blueprints we've seen, if you put them together, you probably get like what the whole blueprint of like the device they're gonna use or the place, the cryopod where Spencer is or whatever. Something. I might do that. Capitalist initiation, Project Babylon. Or Catalyst, I said Capitalist. Battleside Cryo 1. That's Spencer, right? Battleside Tower Throat. Oh, Cryo 2.
Dr. Aaron, keep monitor 4 on the main screen. We're waiting on the all clear for insertion.
Roger that. We have a safety clearance. Bacterial contamination threat is 0. Infection site has reached standstill. Akasha team is running final checks on the tower now.
15 minutes.
Clock is
seconds.
running. On my command, begin the insertion protocol.
Holy, okay.
Ready.
Are you ready for this?
T-minus 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Mark.
And it's injecting the dispenser. Right?
Catastrophic energy spike detected.
I don't look so good. Exodus.
Spencer's gone. Aaron, we need to abort the mission. It's done. Babylon failed.
Yes, sir.
This might be our only hope. Let's go.
Oh no. It failed? Spencer died?
Come on.
What the hell?
Aaron. There's not much we can do about it now. Come on. Let's keep moving.
Is this the color of the video or is like the actual sky red? I feel like it's the color of the video. Okay, I guess they're running away from like the side left. So what the heck? Oh my god! This failed on so many levels. Further than just not being able to do what is asked. So they injected it. Spencer died, I guess. Or what I'm guessing, because I said Spencer's gone, not died. I'm guessing he didn't win the fight against the cells, which means that the AZ-001 took him over. That makes it so that they took over all those soldiers, and now it's just loose. We just made it stronger, I think. I think we just made AZ-001 stronger. Secure bunker, classified location.
We need to work quickly. I'm setting up an Akashic receiver node to listen in on the commands given to the Deathbringers. I'm sure the Starkill is going to use them as some kind of pawn.
Are we safe here?
For now, yes. I set this bunker up in case of an emergency. I'm the only one who knows it exists. Aaron, while I set this up, I want you to start processing the video logs. We need as much evidence as we can get to deliver to the Pentagon.
Yes, sir.
Are those really random letters? You're screwing with me, right? There's no way that translates to anything. Oh, nah, okay, that no way. This can't mean something. This is what would happen if I just put my face on my keyboard and just spun it around 5 times. Yeah, nah.
What's going on?
It's in the Starkill's native tongue, if you will. It's encoded. One of the functions of the Akashic probe is to decode the messages into a readable format.
Okay, decoding it, okay. 13th moon west. Time 0.
Surviving eyes. Restart. 13th moon west.
April 13th. The Starkill is probably planning on faking Operation Homebound.
Churchill, I have found you. You are careless. I find it humorous how you continue to poke at the sleeping bear, yet you feel fate like the plague. A sad specimen, unable to comprehend your limitations. I must remark, the toys you left me give me great delight, as if to look upon a child's crude drawings. They are almost completely useless, save for the creation of a veil to add to the magician's toolkit. A veil to mask the truth to your governing body. Once your toys have served their temporary purpose, they shall be discarded. I'm sending some to you now as a parting gift. I do hope you enjoy your own creations. Best of luck to you, from Admiral Nero.
Admiral Nero?
I'm setting up a jammer. We'll make them.
But they're sending. Okay, so okay, so okay, whoa. Okay, yeah. Okay, so Churchill's dead. That's first, because they're sending those immortal, pretty much immortal soldiers. He's sending some of them to Churchill, but he also said that they're kind of useless. They're like kids' toys. That the thing that took over Spencer is Admiral Nero, or actually the whole thing of AZ-001. I don't know that, but we got a name, which I'm probably gonna look up because it might mean something in like Christianity. They're pretty much immortal. Come on. What? Never mind. Well, I guess if you get shot in the brain, that's still... Yeah, okay. It was just talking about disease and aging. Okay, yeah.
Aaron, your name will now be Fakebringer. Your mission will be to infiltrate the Babel site and relay any information regarding the Starkill's plans.
Wait, what did you say? Aaron, your name will now be?
Your name will now be Fakebringer. Your mission will be to infiltrate the Babel site and relay any information regarding the Starkill's plans. The suit will protect your biosignature. From there, we will begin our retaliation.
Sir, I'm willing to die for humanity.
May God bless you.
Babylon Project Log, 8th of April, 1999, Director Gamma Churchill, filed by Gamma Churchill.
I'm in a secure location. No transmissions in or out. As of an hour ago, Fakebringer has completed the first infiltration attempt. He has successfully entered the facility, obtained information, and exited, meeting me at a rendezvous point to relay his findings. According to Fakebringer, Nero is planning to set up a conference after Operation Homebound with the Secretary of Defense and members of NASA administration in attendance. It is here where I'm going to make my first move. A declaration of war to Nero. From now on, my name shall be Piso. Nero will know what that means.
Piso?
The rage I feel now is debilitating. Maybe it's my dying spirit, grasping for the last remnants of humanity within me. Or maybe I'm just hiding from fear. The mistakes I've made have eaten me alive, that much I know. My injuries, a mark of my body torn apart. My confusion, a mark of my mind defiled, and my heartlessness, a mark of my soul tainted. When we first began the Babylon project, Dr. Spencer told me something I should have never forgotten. Knowledge betrays man's ego. And
that's
now,
the
knowledge I've gained from losing everything has made me realize how powerless I am in the face of infinity. Yet I continue, unaware of the fate that may be bestowed upon me. I don't believe God can save us now.
Yeah.
Only the tenacity of humanity's everlasting soul will have the courage to prevail.
Okay. Searching up Nero. Nero was a Roman emperor who, from the looks of it, tortured Christians, which is... Damn, that's brutal. And then people were fueled by the idea that he would turn into the Antichrist, or he would resurrect as the Antichrist. Looking that up, the Antichrist refers to a kind of entity prophesied by the Bible to oppose Jesus Christ and falsely substitute themselves as a savior in Christ's place. For now, I'm gonna follow that. The AZ-001 is Admiral Nero, and basically they're an Antichrist which looks to be maybe good or wants to save or is like act as a savior, but it's just really like the devil in disguise, maybe something like that. Okay, well, we got one more video left, so let's just hope that that somehow clears everything up, even though we have a whole second act still to go. Nero. Fake Bringer report. Oh, it's fake Bringer. I thought it was fate Bringer. Successfully infiltrated the now Starkill infested Babel site and retrieved intel regarding the Starkill's operations. Amongst the findings was a file containing data on Robert Spencer's assimilation and subsequent transformation. This event, known as the Rebirth event, has led to the growth of a Starkill mass far larger than any biomass previously recorded. The central intelligence of the Starkill mass has obtained the ability to mimic human speech. It calls itself Admiral Nero. Babel site, 4th of April 1999. In the evening. Okay, Spencer's cryopod. Oh, this is... yeah. 500 million. That's 5 seconds, right? Or is that... damn. This went quick. Well, like in a matter of like a minute? Damn. Cam records. 7th of April. The whole site's taken over. These files prove that Starkill used the biomass from the Tower of Babel to grow to this extreme size. In addition, the process of assimilating the tower has enabled the Starkill to gain control over the minds of the Deathbringers. That's why it's called the Fake Bringer. It's hypothesized... damn! It's hypothesized that this attack was premeditated. That's crazy. That is Midwest Angelica Interlude. We learned that the Babylon project failed. We actually did the opposite. We didn't exterminate the whole Starkill. We created its new biggest mass. There's a lot of religious stuff, which it's annoying that I don't know much about it, but it is fun to learn more stuff. Obviously, I'm still missing a lot of stuff. There's probably, if you're, I don't want to assume, but if you're an actual Christian and you read the Bible, then you probably know more like hints or all the stuff they talk about, like the Tower of Babel, Babylon, Nazareth, Nero, that type of stuff. So if I missed anything, if there's any Christian people that watch these videos, or people that know much about Christianity or just more about Midwest Angelica story, please correct me, tell me stuff I missed in the comments down below, tell your theories. I read every comment and try to respond to as many of them as possible. So yeah. If this is the interlude between the two main acts that we have released so far, and I think I actually read that Midwest Angelica finale will be posted soon. So yeah, this is kind of crazy. We saw the Babylon project fail, but I think we haven't seen Homebound yet. So I'm wondering if we'll see that in Act 2, or if what we watched just now was Homebound, but they never said it was, so I'm not sure. I think this is just like a sort of separate thing. This may just be like a side story that'll coincide a bit into like the main acts, or just to give more info. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed, and yeah, comment down below your theories, and I'll try to get to Act 2 as quick as possible. All right, see you guys. Bye.